Okay, this is to inform you on how to install Windows 7. I'm going to install it on VMware um, because I already have it on my computer. So what you do first is you click onto the VMware. This page will come up. At that point, you click on New Virtual Machine. You hit where it says Typically Recommended. You will hit Next. At that point, you will go down to where it says Installer Disk Image File ISO. You will hit Browse. Another screen will come up. Go to where I have mine hidden, and it is on desktop in my school file, in the school stuff subfile, and in the download subfile. And then I have what is known as Evaluation Windows 7. I will click on that file and open Windows 7. At that point, it brings it into your ISO browser location. You hit Next, and then you have to have a 25 digit key code that needs to be typed in. Um, you need to make sure that you do get in the right numbers, because if you don't, it will not function. And then you put in here, you put your name in. Passwords are optional. I'm not going to put one in because I don't need it. Hit Next, and then it tells you that the name of the program will be, as you can see, this is the sixth time that I've downloaded this. Hit Next. It says here recommended size for Windows 7 is 40 gigs, so in your maximum disk size, I leave mine at 40, which is where it set it. Store virtual disk as a single file. Hit Next, and then you will go on to hit Finish. And then at that point in time, you'll get another screen that will pop up, which is your VMware screen on my case. I will click OK on this box. Then the process will continue. You may have to click OK or install or something throughout the process, but it will also, when it gets to a certain point, start restarting your computer multiple times. That's normal. Don't be alarmed. I'm going to bring up a PowerPoint presentation that I had to do in class that is based on adding a user onto Windows 7, but it also has your system requirements for Windows 7. The system requirements, there's 3 pages on here that talk about it. The first page gives you some basic requirements. The second page gives you some additional requirements. If you don't have time to read all these, then you can go hit the pause button and spend more time on it. Here is if you have a multiple processor PC, such as a multi-core processor, which this one does have. So there's information you'll need for that. But before you begin doing anything at all, be sure that you download the Windows 7 Upgrade Advisor for a more detailed understanding of whether or not your PC can even run with Windows 7. If it can't run with Windows 7, then buying the program is a waste of money because it will not support it. So you need to make sure you download that first to make sure that you're not spending your money foolishly and buying a program that won't work. Then there's a quick written uh, presentation on how to install Windows 7. It's pretty basic. There's not a whole lot to it. It takes 25 to 30 minutes on my computer. It may be different on yours. There's a few more little installation tips, and then how to add a user on Windows 7. If you do not have the administrator abilities, you will not be able to go any farther, which you wouldn't be able to use or install the Windows 7 anyway if you didn't have the user abilities, the administrator abilities. So you need to make sure you have the administrator user codes to get in, otherwise you're done. So there was a question I needed to ask the class. That was what the question was about, was what would happen if the window popped up about the administrator. And then so if you get lost or confused, you don't know what to do, in our case, we had a instructor we could go to. His name was Dustin. In your case, you would have to go to a Microsoft web page to get the installation of Windows 7. They also have help pages you can go to that will give you more help. You can call PC support or get a hold of them via the internet. You can also Google install Windows 7. You get some pretty good information there as well. Now we're back to the PowerPoint, or not the PowerPoint, the VMware, and see where we're at on our installation. Right now we are expanding Windows files. We're at 12%. This is one of the longest portions of the install. Your installation Windows bar down below tells you about where you're at in your install process. Once you get through the expanding Windows files, then installing features and installing updates don't seem to take too long. The updates could be a little more lengthy if you don't have Windows 7 newer versions. Make sure that you have the updates, but there's always going to be more updates available. So you definitely want to make sure you have plenty of time for your install to take place. Completing the install also takes some time because in the process it will turn your computer off and on several times, restarting it so that certain features will start working. But other than that, there may be a few windows pop up that you'll have to click continue, install, OK, whatever. Whatever it prompts you to do, then just do it. But it shouldn't be difficult at all. I found this to be probably one of the easier installations of the different programs that I've had to install during this course of this class. So have fun, and hopefully your computer will support it. It's a great program. I like using it much better than Vista and XP, so have fun with it. Thank you.